Welcome back, guys, to Trails Through Daybreak, where last episode, continuing through the Dirk Memorial Park Forest Trail to find the tree that Maxim had buried a time capsule under, we found a giant foe awaiting, solemn slaughterous spider Lagrantula, who Arkride Solutions used to summon forth the Grendel. With the mystery of this form deepening, we retrieved the picture for Maxim, instantly recognizing his estranged lover as Paulette, meaning Yume is his child, reuniting the adults to a frosty but not completely dismissive reception as we now talk about the Grendel recording. Yeah, I think this should be enough data to narrow down the triggers for making Mare appear. If you'll give me a hand, I should be able to have the job done by tonight even. I would be delighted to. I have a wireless network set up already, so that should help. You've been getting yourselves all set up here while I wasn't looking, huh? I think that's a good thing. We can't rely on Ren for every little thing after all. Just don't expect me to work as fast as she does. I don't think I have that in me. The infamous Kitty is extraordinarily capable as a hacker. No ordinary operator could hope to compare. All of you might as well be using some kind of magic to me. It's kind of like she's extraordinary at everything and basically no one can compare. She took on the two overseers and didn't break a sweat. As long as they're willing to do all that work, I'm not even going to think about it. Just leave the tech to the pros. So, do you think you'll be able to turn into the Grendel without putting yourself in mortal danger? I don't know, it's less about mortal danger and more about... In theory, it should be possible. It looks like Agnès being in the vicinity with at least one Genesis is a mandatory condition, though. So far, you've constantly been putting yourself in serious danger just to transform and help us win. So I sincerely hope there's some way for you to transform without having to resort to that. And we should be conscious of what Mare said about not relying on the Grendel too much. We'll all do what we can to support you so that you don't have to. I won't let you always shoulder most of the burden yourself. I won't either. I'm going to keep getting stronger so I can help more. I don't actually care how much danger you have to put yourself in, but I'm not down to have you always steal our thunder. As the concierge assigned to support you, I've been opposed to you exposing yourself to unnecessary risk from the start. Listen here. I'm inclined to agree. After what Mare said, I think this is something you should absolutely only use against the strongest of opponents. Fine. The more people who come work for me, the less I feel like I'm the one in charge. Do you have something else you want to say? No, not at all. And someone's whipped. Oh, by the way, we still don't have any idea why we couldn't understand some of what Mare is saying, right? Oh yeah, almost forgot about that.
I'm being gracious enough to lend you a helping hand as a... under the influence of the...
I feel like the last one just might be like Septarial somewhere in there. I don't know. But would it be a lost one? Septarial. We haven't figured it. We haven't got Septarials going on yet. It's like, intermissions come. We're finally in the story.
Just be careful. Using it too much will cause...
We heard what she was saying. It was more like our brains couldn't process it or something. That's how I would put it. It was almost as if we were listening to an audio recording and part of it was replaced by noise. Yeah, kinda creepy, if we're being real here. It was like we came dangerously close to one of this world's many secrets. I'm sorry, just forget I said something so silly. I've clearly read one too many books. I don't think it was silly at all. If anything, it sounds right. I think it's a possibility we ought to keep in mind. Yeah, for sure. Maybe a client.
Oh, I got through! Phew. I was worried I didn't have the right number.
That sounds like... Ashen.
晚上好. Good evening, guys. It feels like I haven't talked to you in ages.
It's good to see you again, Ashen. It really is. What are you calling about? Decided to give up on Sao and go after this old fart instead. Of course not. You shut up, Aaron. I hope he hasn't been raising too much of a ruckus over at Edith, by the way. Especially when it comes to women. About that. He does come home smelling like perfume sometimes. What can I say? I like getting to know people. Can we be serious for 5 minutes around here? Also, I'm 5 years younger than Sal will have you know. I can't believe you know that off the top of your head. Also, sorry to ask, but I don't think we've met before. I assume she's connected to Heiwei in some manner. Oh, Aaron did mention that you have some new part-timers. I'm Ashen Lu. I am indeed part of one of the families of Heiwei. Wait, your new part-timers are a maid and a pretty boy? Arkride Solutions never settles for average, does it? Our cast is a colourful one, yeah. So what's this about? Is Sal causing trouble again? I wouldn't say that. He's as busy as always. And actually, I didn't just call you on behalf of Heiwei today. This message is from several others too. Really now? What message? Well, Bubba had the chance to talk to a few other important people with different affiliations the other day. And apparently the topic ended up shifting to you guys, and they agreed to do a little something special for you. You know, for all you've done for the people of Lomport, Farbad and Basil. Consider it a special thank you gift from everyone. Hang on a minute. The important people you're talking about wouldn't happen to be...
I'm calling on behalf of Elzheim's Crown Prince Sharid, the Basel Institute of Sciences Professor Hamilton, the Kowloon Group's Fan Lu, and one other individual, whose name I will not disclose, to extend you an invitation. They all want you to spend 2 nights at the 5-star Hekizanro Inn in the Eastward Hot Springs paradise of Longlai. Your tickets should arrive shortly.
Evening, special delivery. Is it Hermes? It's time for our beach-esque episode, but of course, hot springs. There's no way there isn't more to this than it seems. But it's true we've been real busy lately. Would be a good chance to get some R&R. Man, Longlai sure brings back some memories.
Your mindset is very different from that of others. It has long convinced you that there is no place for you in this world. And that is, from my perspective, proof positive that you still have so much to learn. For everything in this world is connected. I'm sure you will one day come to that realization yourself, with enough first-hand experience.
He always tried to pretend he was normal, but he was anything but. Wish I'd been able to avenge him, but that chance is long gone now. Still, I suppose Longlai wouldn't be a bad place to visit to pay my respects, since I can't get over to his grave. My crew could use a break about now too. Anyway, I guess I'll go wander around for a while before turning in. We're going to be away for 3 days, so I want to make sure everything's in order before we head out. It's just again, why call it an intermission? It's just a full chapter! Oh my... And so the night suite begins. It's just an entire chapter.
How is it this late?
You're telling me? Alrighty, that should pop out nicely. Just a little more over here. I'm drawing the jacket cover for Jess's new record. I wasn't sure how I'd make it work, but once I stopped overthinking things, the ideas just flowed right onto the paper. It's really coming along now. Might have it done today. Man, I haven't sat down and drawn since I graduated school, but it still calms me right down. I should do this more often. I forgot how relaxing it was. I'm gonna have to thank Jess for letting me do it. I haven't been able to make it to any concerts lately, but I'm gonna hit up the next one for sure. If there's one thing I would like to do, there's 2 things to do as well. 2 connections. Agnès, Rosette, and Daswani. There's quite a bit to go by the look of it. The fact that you're free stage is kind of crazy to me. Right, I would like to hit this place. Longlai. Before the session ends, but I don't know if that's anywhere near possible, considering, of course, we got the sweep going on. We got a quest anywhere? No, I think this is green.
Oh, why hello.
Oh, you went back home, did you? You can't eat if you don't work. If you're not going to help out with the store, then don't bother coming back home. Fine, I'll go and live my life all by myself. There. I know you don't want me around anyway. What was that? This old hag can't hear you. Nothing. You again. Get off my back, bitch. What's your deal, dude? This is my neighbor too. You saying I ain't got a right to be here? He's right, and I freaking hate it. He's killing my vibe here. I'm so sorry. I wish I could get him to stop causing so much trouble. He's not as destructive as he used to be, at the very least. Now if only he'd listen to what his old lady says, I could rest easy at night.
Looking is always free, you know. Come back for more anytime.
The little runt from the church has been following me everywhere. Didn't even have the chance to buy groceries because she was tailing me. And I get the feeling she'll be back tomorrow. What am I going to do with her? At least Brenda's gotten herself sorted out. Got that other boy to babysit too, in all likelihood. Dad! I'm home. Oh, so good to see you again. How have you been, bud? Yeah, I've been okay. Oh, but check out Zeros, though. They're this AI and they can speak and they're super amazing. I see. I've got a lot to catch up on from the sound of it. I want to hear all about it, Harry. Let's hit the baths, okay? You got it. It was a fine month in Intermission, but I'm glad to be back home. It feels like the kids grow up faster while I'm away. It's good to get time to relax again. Work is finally smoothing out. Mr. Hawker, it's been forever since I saw you. Hey, Sheena, sorry I had to saddle you folks with Harry for that whole month. It's okay, we got along fine. It got kind of tough sometimes, but I'm a big girl now, so I could handle it. I'll leave for a month and Sheena's a completely different girl. Kids these days, they grow up so fast.
Alrighty.
Alright, guess who's got some souvenirs for you? Let's head on back, okay? I'll walk you home. Okay, I'm sure my mum and dad want to say hi too. Hey Dad, you eat dinner? Want me to make you an omelette? What? Well, goodness, Harry, since when did you learn to cook? I leave for a month and my boy's all grown up. I've missed so much. Oh, Mr. Hawker's back. Harry and Sheena are really having fun. I love when everyone's smiling. It makes me happy. I want to play with them tomorrow and the day after that and then... Oh, dearie me, I nod off to sleep just for a little bit and the whole day slips away. I best head on home now. Nights like these are when I feel the loneliest, but then winter is on the horizon too. Perhaps I should warm myself back up with some hot borscht from Montmartre. It's nights like these where I can't help thinking back on a lot of things, really. But perhaps it's best I take my mind off those things. I'll take a quick nap and then head to Montmartre. Their borscht is lovely this time of the year. Shall I leave Arkride Solutions for the last point of our sweep this night? Goodness, time flies when you're speaking with Gim. Before I knew it, night had already fallen. There's still much we need to go over, so I'll be back at it in the morning. I heard that a fellow priest visited Father Nikolai today, but I'm not sure who. Apparently he's a high-ranking father from the Grand Cathedral. What would bring someone of his stature here, I wonder? I never have been able to get a read on Father Nikolai. It's got me curious now. Just what kind of person is he? Secrets of the Church. In my youth, I studied under Bishop Orwell at the Edith Grand Cathedral. He has truly earned his title, junior only to the Archbishop. I deeply admire his candor and diligence. The nostalgia. Much time has passed since those wonderful days, but those experiences have shaped me into the man I am today. I have Bishop Orwell to thank for that. I was quite the troublemaker in my youth, if you can believe it. Bishop Orwell was right to set me straight. I often find myself nostalgic for those days. I'm a much different man now. Should I have a bath, by the way? That'll be my 4th out of 5 baths of the day, after all. I said we take 5 baths here at Arkride Solutions, and I'll be going by it. I may need to regain some stats. Oh my god! My combat points aren't full. I should have a bath. That annoying little buzzard. Zora drives me up the wall. This is my house. I put up with her so she can stand to put up with me. Neither Zora nor Curtis give a damn what their breadwinner thinks. Nobody does, I swear. Drives me mad. Incidentally, where has that boy run off to? I haven't seen him around lately. Well, whatever. As if I care. Curtis lashed out at me. He said I was a distraction. He doesn't want me to enter his room and break his concentration. I feel hurt. My poor boy. But well, his grades have markedly improved as of late. Perhaps that truly is what he needed. That said, if his grades fall again, he can bet I'll be back in there. Leave your kid alone. He might actually be getting his grades up because he wants to get the hell away from you two at this point. Who does he think he is, just lazing about in the living room? What a cockroach. He can prance about and bang his chest all he pleases, but he won't get so much as a glass of water from me. Sometimes I wonder how I fell in love with that man to begin with. You're as bad as each other. But there are two sides to stories, after all. Speaking of bad people, I kind of do hope things work out for Maxim. Though he is an ass. Mainly because that means that maybe it would work out for Yume and Paulette too, but it depends on them really. It's them that you're really cheering for. Ah, the sauna really hit the spot today. I saw some teenager in there too. Couldn't have been older than 15 or 16. I could see the bags under his eyes, probably preparing for entrance exams. I worry for the lad. Nosy, I know, but I can't help worrying about him as a neighbour. Kids like sticking it to the man at that age, just breaking rules for the sake of breaking them. Next month is looking... Oof, that's tight. There. The fuel price hikes are really going to bite us. I wonder how much a trip to Rimaferia would run me. You've been planning that for a while, haven't you? Yep, my grandpa and his family immigrated from there some time ago. I'd love to see the country for myself. My job as a clerk is well and good, but it doesn't give me much vacation time. I'd love to go on a trip or two. Gotcha. She's a character for sure. Well, just gotta keep at it. You'll get your time in the sun one day, I'm sure. Thanks for the vote of confidence. But yeah, I've wanted to go for a while now. Maybe I should give it some thought. Grandpa and his family immigrated from Rimaferia quite some time ago. He would always tell us about how beautiful of a place it was, how blue the water was, how clear the glaciers were, and he loved the people there. I really would like to go there someday. Maybe one of these summers I can plan a trip.
Stepping inside?
Yes, I will use the bath. Yeah, he's got proof that he's tried to search her, the rumors he's trying. Yeah. And he has bad habits to break.
That's the stuff.
I have the weird feeling that he would be monogamous this time round. It's just getting this time round to happen because he's done a lot of bad.
I feel good as new.
Make sure you don't catch a cold.
Welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
They really showed out for that camera in Basilsvern Plaza. It doesn't just take pictures, it can record live video too, like broadcast equipment. I heard about this little store with some killer deals. Wonder if I can snag one of those cameras for cheap. Video is really, really big for me. If I can get my own video recorder, I can make my own films. Wait, what? You want to go to Basel? Seriously? I do. I want to go to Basel Institute. I want to do the kind of work that Katula's doing. I can learn more about engineering and take classes with professors and make new things, and I can sell the stuff I make. Then the Vern company will hire me. Then I'll have to do interviews. On second thought, scratch that. I'm too far gone. I can't talk with normies like that. I'll die. Baby steps here, baby steps. Just focus on the smaller things for now. So Rebecca took this online entrance exam thing for Basel University, and she got a perfect score, which is a waste because she's never going to Basel University. That would require setting foot outside her house, and she hasn't done that in 10 years. I think about the Basel Institute a lot, how cool it would be to study there. I wish I could just pack my bags and go right now, but then I'd have to see people and talk to them and... God, it's not happening. Just thinking about it makes me want to curl up and hide.
Do you know what you want? I hope to see you
It's
again.
very
Do you
unlikely.
know what you want?
That they have new stock at this time of night. I'm at 36k in cash. To be honest, I can most likely sell most of my armor and actually recoup quite a bit of value.
I hope to see you again.
So whenever we're fully out.
Need something fixed?
I definitely want a slot done, actually, when I think about it. Let's get Van's last one sorted. I don't think there's any others I can do at this point, because 679 fire means I'm pretty much out for the count on that. One of fairies?
to see you again soon.
If I increase most of those verses, I would be absolutely laughing, if you know what I mean. Ridiculous amounts. Right, we'll leave here for last. Or do we? I don't know. I'm assuming that's up in your room that we got the red spot. Oh, yeah, of course we got another reward for completing Vans. Right, so what areas do we have? Sidon, Tyrell, Riverside. So we haven't got Station Street or Dirt Memorial Park. So we basically got the entirety of the place. The Black Lake District is probably the next fastest location we can go through. But we've also got our to-dos here. I feel like I should do yours, because you're still quite a ways away. And we don't get any other alternate movie-type routes to build anyone else up, if you know what I mean. Should we do Daswani? I heard that there's been a man with a fierce look on his face scouring the city for a girl's toy at night as of late. It couldn't be him, right? I suppose I should just check. Well, I've committed now. Looks like my guess was right on the mark. Something on your mind, Inspector? What do you want? Just been looking into a spicy rumor that's been flowing around. Something about a scary-looking man who's prowling the night searching for little girl toys. Hey, don't worry, I don't judge. Everyone's got at least one weird hobby or two. It's not a hobby, damn it. I ought to find the low-life scumbag who spread that rumor and cuff him. Alright, I've had my fun. There's more to the story, right? What, you trying to placate your adolescent daughter after upsetting her? Don't tell me I just hit the jackpot. Not quite. My daughter's still Sunday school age. So you couldn't be there for her birthday, huh? Yeah, just about any little kid's gonna be upset about that. You're lucky she's mature enough to not throw a tantrum over it. I don't need you to tell me that. I don't get to spend much time with her, so I promised I'd absolutely be there for her birthday. You should know better than to make promises you might not be able to keep. The only absolute in this world is that there are no absolutes. Alright, I've just about had enough of you. I'm gonna head to another shop. This one didn't have what I wanted. What are you trying to find anyway? Why do you want to know? So you can fling more insults my way? Because I wanted to help you find it. Figured this was a perfect opportunity to put a cop in my debt. That tone of yours is exactly what I despise. You must really want to put a smile back on your daughter's face, or you wouldn't be roaming the streets like a bloodhound on the hunt. And I'm guessing you don't want to ask the guild or subordinates for help when they're so busy, but I got all the time in the world. I'll help you out of this jam for dirt cheap, just this once. What do you say? You're as unpredictable as ever. I'm looking for a limited edition dress-up doll. It has a special outfit. My daughter wants it badly, but unfortunately so does everyone else. They're out of stock all over the city. Trust me, I checked. So even an inspector like you is willing to cast aside his pride for his beloved daughter. I think I might know just the place. You do? Tell me where it is now. Easy, you can't go there alone. If you do, you won't be able to get your hands on it, and you'll probably land yourself in a real mess. If people there find out who you are, you'll be getting sandbagged in no time. You don't mean... I'll be having dinner with my family today for the first time in a while. I really want to hand my daughter the doll then and there. You may lead the way. I can protect myself, though. Gotcha. Are we going... Found led Daswani to the location he had in mind. I was starting to wonder on the way here if this is where you were taking me. Ah, don't be like that. I'm just taking you through a nice dingy underground shopping center, Inspector, just like any other in Edith. But you're not making this any better for either of us. Wipe that frown off your face already. Alright, I'll stop yucking around. This your first rodeo, or you been down here before? It's been over a decade. This isn't exactly my kind of place, either professionally or personally. I swear, I just can't wrap my head around it. How anyone could just choose to live down here and how the authorities could turn a blind eye to how obviously foul it is just beyond me. That's what I'm here for, pal. You wouldn't last a minute down here by yourself. Anyway, time's a wasting. Let's talk to the locals first and see what we can figure out. Val and Inspector Daswani first inquired with Gabriella, the proprietress of a local drinking hole. She informed them about a new scalper who had recently arrived. The two decided to try their luck by visiting him. Hey, you're in luck, my good man. Scalper, chuck him over the edge. I've got exactly what you're looking for. I just put those dolls up on display. You don't know how hard I had to work to obtain them. Those things aren't easy to come by. Probably goes without saying, if you move forward with it, this ain't gonna be the most legit sell you've ever done. Just putting that out there. What you decide to do with that information's up to you. I don't need some street rat like you lecturing me about morals. Hell sure, I'll take one. How much do you want? Pleasure doing business with you, sir. That'll be 10,000 mirror. Thank you very much. You serious? That's 10 times the MSRP. You better give me a damn good reason why. As I just explained to you, sir, these dolls are quite the hot commodity right now. I'm simply charging what the market is willing to pay. Like hell. You think you can get away with fleecing me, huh? Don't hurt me. Sorry, pal. Doesn't look like you know who this guy is, so let me fill you in. You're looking at the personal bodyguard for this district's head honcho. Want to guess how he got so strong? By setting crooks straight by force when they step out of line. I hear you're new here, so I guess nobody took the time to fill you in yet. Can't fault you for that. So planned then. But now that you know who you're dealing with, you might want to consider cutting the man a discount. Otherwise, life's going to come at you real fast in just a couple of seconds. Okay, I give. You win. So normal retail price plus a finder's fee to compensate me for my labor. Does that sound fair? Yeah, still a snake to the bitter end, but he knows what's up now at least. What's your call, boss? Deal? Yeah, I'll take it. Fantastic, another satisfied customer you've made. So I hope this taught you a valuable lesson. Be careful how you do business down here, got it? Let me ask you one more question before I leave. What on Zemuria made you decide to come live in a place like this? What? That's a weird question to ask. But if I had to say... freedom? Well, we got it in the end. Shame it ended up costing more than the retail price, but it beats not getting it at all. True, it'd have costed me an arm and a leg were it not for your quick wit. I think we owe it to that terrifying scowl on your face. He'd have never bought my story otherwise. You seriously need to work on your compliments. Anyway, you really are a strange one. I doubt anyone in the history of the Blacklight District has asked a question like that one. I was quite surprised at the answer I received. I don't even know how to live in the sun's light. When I first visited that district, I quickly realized the outside world's logic doesn't apply there. And I had that same feeling all over again. Although I understand now that thrusting our logic on its people isn't the way forward. I probably shouldn't be saying this as an enforcer of the law. But while I can't say I understand their way of thinking, nor can I accept it as right, I can acknowledge that there may be things in this world that are neither black nor white. That's so. Well, it's time for this lawless ruffian to get out of your hair. I hope she likes her present. As do I, although the relief it provides will no doubt be momentary. This isn't the first time I've made her sad, and it won't be the last time either. Damn, the pessimism is real. Did the depressing air in the Blacklight District get you or something? Quiet, you. Let me leave you with this. You can think the world of someone, but if you don't put your feelings into action or words, they'll never know. Deep down, though, I'm sure she already knows you really care about her. You've just got to keep trying to show it. Well, I'm out. Just treat me to a canned coffee sometime and we're square. I just can't get a read on that guy. Daddy! Gigi, I'm really sorry, Daddy. I know how busy you are and I shouldn't have been so mean to you. I'm sorry too. Sure, I mean it. I got you a little special something. Van quietly left the scene as if he had never been there at all. And with his work done, he returned to his patrol.
You've got some spirit, I guess. No, I didn't say a word.
Still need 100 with you, bloomin' hell. Understanding the style, Van's defense and ADF went up 3. Not enough to get me in touch with myself, but the last thing we do today will actually let me out. What? The movie title thing playing in the background. 77 hours, about to be 78. And we're only in the intermission, of course. Right, let's sweep the Blacklight District. Wondering if there's a quest for me to do. I think maybe my luck's starting to look up. I'm not seeing those feisty fight-picking gangsters around here anymore, for one. And then just today, I bagged a real VIP client. I'm so proud of myself. I love getting a real big shot. Maybe I'll take the rest of the day off and treat myself at Gabriella's. Celebrate the good times, you know? I deserve it. I keep walking past the shops in here. I used to sell up on the surface until about 2 years ago. That was when those guys moved in and started dealing themselves. Almato, I mean. And man, they're ruthless. I couldn't tell you how many of my roots they've snatched up in those short years. I could swear they were after my head at one point. I went underground after that, and I don't regret that decision one bit. That life's a good place to be. We had the boss watching out for us. A can't come slithering in like they usually do. They're safe here, you know. The boss?
Alrighty.
What will it be?
There's a specific figurehead character, is there? Oof, hack. Why's my old wound giving me trouble again? Might just be karma. What goes around comes around. This isn't the first time it's given me grief, and I doubt it'll be the last. Anyway, had their eyes on me in my youth. I had to bail from Lompo. It's got so bad. I miss that city. Oh, perhaps I should head over to Isabel's and have her take a look at my old wound. Maybe there's something she can do for me.
Alrighty. Oh, I've got some fine.
Have something new for me.
Soon.
Fine counterfeit paintings.
Hey, mister, what'll you have today?
The worst shop in town.
Thanks for coming.
I've loved books for as long as I remember. Nowadays, they're the only things that can mend my broken heart. Oh, like this book here. Talks about all the gruesome ways they used to execute people in the Middle Ages. Every page is just dripping with so much love. Oh, it's irresistible. Just... Oh no, did I say that out loud? Why'd I say hello to this chick? Ain't got a damn clue what she's on about.
Alrighty.
Books are the perfect friend for the lonely underground lady. You should buy some too, Van. You'll love them just as much as I love you. Run.
Let's talk if you've got a minute.
Mommy, let me help. I'll wash the dishes. Thank you, Yoda, but that's okay. It's time for you to go to bed now. Mommy can take care of everything by herself. Go brush your teeth and get tucked in, okay? Mommy, can you pick me up? Now, how am I supposed to say no to that? Okay, but only after you brush your teeth. Come on, let's go. I'll wait for you while you get ready for bed.